Lucas Still with Awesome Athletes here with Ryan Costeiu. Ryan is a sophomore at Sacramento City College. Ryan is from the Walnut Creek area, went to De La Salle High School. Senior year in high school, you were a low to mid-80s guy. Had some sporadic D1 interest, kind of some walk-on opportunities, but nothing too concrete.
Yeah.
So you decided to go the JC route, and now you're committed to Arkansas,
Yeah.
which is a top SEC school, top program out there.
Yeah.
Coach Hobbs is the man, obviously.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Yeah. So what, for the viewers out there, what kind of helped you make that jump from a guy that was 83 to 85, minimal deal interest, to now being an absolute dude that's 90, 94, starter at a top school in the Big A, and now going next year to Arkansas, if you don't get drafted, of course. But what helped you make that jump?
So came in, graduated high school May of 2018. Had told Sac City I was going to come in like April. Moved into my apartment, I think late July, and that was when you guys had like just started.
Mm-hmm.
It was Ryan, Casey, and Jeff walking around with,
Like
Heinrichsen, and like you and Talbert were in there, and like 2 or 3 other dudes, and it was just like, hey, we do this thing, like come work out with us. I think we had like maybe 2-3 weeks before school started, and those practices got going. So I came and worked out with you guys, and kind of started to really get into it. We did some driveline stuff in high school, but not nearly the amount of knowledge that those guys had out the gate. So yeah, started working out with them, and then started the fall at Sac City. Bomber's really into the driveline stuff, has a lot of knowledge on it. Pitched a little bit, and then got into a velo phase, and starting to put up some numbers in the weight room, and really learning how to take care of my arm, get stronger, and then eventually it just got to the point where it was like, all right, let's cut it loose and see what happens. And that I think my first inner squat at Sac City, I think I was 84 to 86, and then I think my last one of the fall after our velo phase, I think it was 88, 89, popped my first 90.
There you go.
So I mean, that was 4 months, and obviously that's not something that happens to everybody, but it got down to just went crazy in the weight room, just putting up big weight and just trying to get as strong as I could, and really getting into plyo care and weighted balls, and taking care of my body, making sure my arm felt good, and got lucky and got good results.
I don't know if I call it all luck, it's hard work, but did you lift a lot in high school?
We lifted some. I think too, I was at a place where just like by genetic growth, I really started to fill out. I think I put 20 pounds on as a freshman in college, and I'm on the younger side, so walking in the door as a freshman in college, I was 17 years old. So I was in a place where most seniors in high school were. So I think I was kind of more on the late bloomer side of things.
Right.
So that,
Growing your body a little bit.
growing into my body a little bit, starting to put on a little man strength. Still not there yet.
We've seen, I mean, I squatted, I saw you squat 365 this summer,
Yeah.
which is, I don't know, how much do you weigh?
195.
195, so that's almost double your body weight.
Yeah,
Which
I
is
think
pretty good.
Well, yeah, because that was the we were in the weight room at the facility, and I just started putting weight on the bar, and it was like, thinking back, it's kind of stupid almost, but I was like, yeah, Lucas, I've never put more than 315 on a squat bar, and you're just like, all right, let's see what happens. And then I think I hit 365, and then I think in the winter before the spring this year, I hit 405 for the first time.
There you
So
go.
yeah,
Definitely double your body weight.
yeah,
Well, that's like, even though you hadn't tested probably, a 1 rep max, you were putting in that work
Yeah.
consistently for a year or so.
Yeah.
To the point where like you were getting stronger. And so those numbers are going up. Obviously your fastball velo is going up. You got a pretty good start to this year so far. You
Yeah,
guys are,
yeah.
what, 16-3, 13-3?
15-4.
15-4.
Lost yesterday. Not good.
Well, you've been throwing well. We were at Folsom game a week or two ago. What do you go, 6 innings, 7 innings?
7 innings, bunch of strikeouts.
Yeah, a bunch of Ks, no couple hits, no runs,
Yeah.
one walk, no walks.
No walks.
No walks. There you go. Your velo was holding 99.2 into the 5th, 6th, 7th inning.
Yeah.
So obviously, I think that's a huge thing for holding your velo too, like being that strong.
Well, that's one of the things that was like that's the big difference from this year to last year. Last year I was probably come out in the first, be 87 to 89, popping 90, 91. But then by the time we get to the the 4th, 5th, I'm back to 84, 85. But like you said, this year it's being able to hold that velocity. And I think some of that's just like like you said, getting stronger, getting more mature, figuring out my body. Yeah.
All the little things. I mean, when we were there, I had to leave after the 5th inning, but in the 5th inning, you, I think, had the hardest 9.29, I think.
Yeah.
And you had more 92s in the 5th than I saw you have in the 1st.
And that's been like a recurring pattern. It's actually kind of cool to see. The week or two before that, we threw at Fresno City. I had more 93s in the 4th than I did in the 1st.
There you go.
Yeah.
So strength plays.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are you looking forward to? Arkansas, pretty cool facility.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome you committed there. What are you kind of looking forward to for next year?
In the very short time I've had to build a relationship with Coach Hobbs, and just being able to look at the stuff he did at Wake Forest and now the things that he's doing at at Arkansas, and when I was there for a weekend, just getting a small glimpse of the things they do. I mean, I walked into this facility and here's a force plate mound and 4 Edgertronics up, and I've like never seen an Edgertronic camera in person, and here's 4 of them.
I got J-bands.
Yeah, I mean, like had the plow wall, like had all the simple stuff, but like now we're talking about like next level analytics, technology, pitching lab.
That's so cool.
Yeah, very exciting.
All right, man. Lastly, we got a baseball here. I want to talk about your pitching repertoire. Kind of go over your quick grips. What do you throw? Any tips or kind of cues that you fall back on for each pitch? And
yeah, so I am a 4-seam fastball guy. Pretty just simple. 2-seam circle change guy. That's kind of become the bread and butter a little bit here.
It's pretty gross.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. It's something I've always been able to throw pretty well, but I never really, high school changeups are hard to throw because, as a decent pitcher, most of the time you're just going to speed up a bat and actually give a kid a better shot throwing this.
Right.
But now that we're at the point where,
hitter's getting a little
hitter's
better.
going to get in the box and 90's not really going to bother him, this bad boy is, yeah.
And he's got wicked movement too.
And then I throw a spike curveball, pretty 12-6-ish. Actually, we have a kid, Tayo, who's from Japan, who can absolutely spin the baseball.
Right.
And just has this like hammer 12-6. I've never seen somebody spin a 100% efficiency curveball. Tayo does it. Tayo does it like once a bullpen.
Wow.
So he and I were actually, when I took time off this fall, he and I were just like flipping a baseball back and forth. And I was starting to flip curveballs, and he goes, "Spin it with the thumb." I was like, well, "What are you talking about?" Because before it was just here and just
rip with that finger down.
Just rip with that middle finger and let it go. And Tayo said, "Add the spike, and rather than trying to pull it down, push it over the top with your thumb." And like, I'd always it'd been on like a Rapsodo, like 630, 645 in that 70% efficiency range. Mm-hmm. And I've thrown a couple 98s, 99s. And just his cue was push your thumb over the top of the ball. And it worked. And I've there's probably 3 or 4 other guys on my team that I've taught an outfielder how to throw an absolute hammer 12-6 during BP in the outfield, just because I taught it throw it with your thumb.
Maybe that's the secret.
It works.
There you go. Just those 3 pitches, or do you have anything else?
Yeah, just those 3 right now. I was throwing last year I was kind of throwing a curveball and a slider that ended up just mixing together. So we kind of just clean slated in the fall, was just throwing the curveball and then added the spike, made it a little better.
Well, I mean, 3 fantastic pitchers are better than 4 mediocre pitchers.
Absolutely. So. And I think the biggest thing for me is just I've gotten to a point where all 3 play really well off of each other. I'm a high efficiency 4 four-seam guy up in the zone, so that breaking ball works really well off of that. But I think that's one thing too that I've had to really mature about is my pitches work really well together if I allow them to, but if I get off of a game plan or don't do that, they almost like work against each other.
Right.
So that's just a thing where, I have to pitch how I know how to pitch all the time.
And you got a great guy in your corner with Bomber out there, so.
Oh yeah, there's very few people that you could argue are better.
There you go, man. Well, hey, good luck the rest of the year.
Absolutely.
Thank you, dude.